Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Room here to run. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jahad Dotson. 37 yards, and the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Down inside the 10. He's still on his feet. Touchdown Bears! Darnell Mooney, 37 yards. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. Second and 5. That's Samuel, caught left side. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Samuel gets them the first, and he's somebody's value for more than just his receiving work. Sure, he had over 600 yards, but he also had almost 200 rushing yards, and the team loves using him as an additional ball carrier.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tressway to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is fielded at the 7. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Hey, Cam. Go.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, Howell. That one complete out to Dotson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 8 and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on 26-yard line. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Open man, this is Lewis. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To throw is Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pettis now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fields throwing again. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the field for this drive. That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Thomas brings it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now they're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run with Herbert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
47 yards. And the Bears first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Fields. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, 25 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Howell changing the play here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will find his man, Samuel. Still going. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 64 yards. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Scott, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 38, Bears 28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now throwing on 1st down here. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd down, Howell now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing here, Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, it's Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. 36 yards on the play.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Here we go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next the score. Commanders 38. Bears 35. Robbie Gould to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Fields now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Fields on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 38. Robbie Gould to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st and 10. Howell to throw. He's got McLaurin. And he's got some space here. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 2 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's a 1st and 10 now. Here's Howell. His throw incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
That's the first down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bears, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought